we can basically take advantage of this cool capability that we're introducing with SharePoint, which allows us to upload an application to the SharePoint service running in Office 365 and enable SharePoint to host it on our behalf using Windows Azure. This is a really cool capability that we're introducing that offers up a ton of capabilities and power as part of it. And one of the reasons why it's powerful is I don't, as a user, have to worry about deploying this app myself or as a developer. SharePoint takes care of it for me, and I'm leveraging the SharePoint service, and I'm leveraging Windows Azure in order to do it. And so basically, as part of this deployment process, all I'm doing is uploading now both the manifest as well as the web application, which Visual Studio is going to zip up and upload into SharePoint for me. SharePoint's then going to take that application, and instead of running it in the SharePoint service, it's instead talking to Windows Azure, and it's going to automatically provision that app on my behalf inside the Windows Azure cloud. And so it'll set up the site, set up all the appropriate security permissions, and wire up an OAuth connection, again, between Office 365 and between that app that's been hosted inside Windows Azure. I don't have to do any of that myself. It's all automatically handled by the system. And the beauty is, at the end of it, I basically have an application now that I can go ahead and run and deploy without having to buy a data center, pay for a data center, or even have to configure anything myself. So really powerful, offers up just sort of a ton of capabilities here that we can take advantage of. So let me just go ahead here and check. I'm going to switch over here to my backup here, and you can see this is a version of the app that's already deployed that I can take advantage of. And I'm going to just go ahead and say incidents. Click trust it. And what this is doing now is I'm as a user in Office 365, I just deployed using Visual Studio to that instance there. And I then clicked on Office 365, redirected, and this app is now running on the web. It looks just like my dev machine. But here's the cool thing, is if you zoom in and look at the URL, you notice this is no longer running on my dev machine. Instead, this is actually running off of the Office 365 apps domain. It's running in Windows Azure, in the cloud, connected with SharePoint, all the security wired up for me. I didn't have to do anything. All this is built in and provided by the system. So the cool thing is that is literally how easy it is in order to actually build and deploy apps. So we literally, from scratch, created a new project, built it, uploaded, debugged it, then uploaded it, and now it's running in the cloud. And it's, and I have, again, full power to use any of the features in .NET and Visual Studio, and I can integrate deeply as part of my